Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Aquarius for mid-October 2023. Welcome to the table, Aquarius. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. All of the cards will be in the upright position today. I'll be using a 3-card spread with 2 additional cards for each one of those 3 cards as to act as clarifiers. The flowers are from my garden and the crystals have been in the salt bath. I do hope you enjoy them. I do have an oracle deck. I will draw an oracle card for you at the end of the reading. The reading should only be about 10 minutes or so. Okay, let's begin your reading. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, Aquarius, it doesn't look like it's been an easy journey for you. October may have been quite difficult for you. So here's this card of lack. So this is a card of lack, being out in the cold, feeling lonely. So quite a sort of a card of destitution. So not necessarily feeling in a very confident space. Some of you may have lost your job. Some of you may be just falling on hard times. And the economy everywhere else is not so good, and some of you may even have lost your home or may be struggling to make your payments. But this is a card of not feeling very confident in the world and not feeling very secure financially, and perhaps feeling a little bit ostracized. So maybe you're just feeling a bit ostracized from the community. Now here's the 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords is about betrayal, trickery, somebody who's stolen something from you, somebody who's been a bit cunning, foxy or wily around you. This is not a very nice card, as you can see. Nobody wants to get either this 5 of Pentacles or this 7 of Wands. This is quite a unpleasant energy, and that could be that people have been hurtful towards you, or maybe you feel like you've been hurt. Maybe you've been in some sort of conflict. You may even have had an accident of some sort that's left you out in the cold. Perhaps if you've had an accident where you are unable to work, that would leave you in quite a difficult situation. But this is not a happy card. And the 9 of Wands is very much a card of being weary and having had to struggle for quite some time. This is a difficult card because you feel like you can't go on much longer. So there's that energy there. I might not waste too much more time, because all of these cards are actually not very pleasant, in the sense that it's a difficult situation that you find yourself in. Let's hope that the next layer of cards gives us a little bit more insight as to what's causing all these problems, because none of them look very nice. And I do apologise, but that's just what I'm getting, Aquarius, which is really funny, because I felt that the table needed to be as cheerful as possible. So perhaps it is an indication that you are going through a difficult time. Oh gosh. Oh dear, oh dear. It's not getting any better, is it? I do apologise, Aquarius. If you're not happy with the cards I'm drawing, then maybe you can leave and decide to come and visit another time. Okay, we have got 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh, Queen of Staffs. All right, okay. I think that it's telling me that you have actually been through quite a difficult time. So we've got the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the one good card here. And this is rather interesting, because it's sort of reflected here in this 9 of Wands. The struggle is almost over, and then you get the Wheel of Fortune, where you've cut loose and suddenly this energy is released from you and you are on a new cycle. And the new cycle is a very positive cycle. So, you know, the whole of October may be a bit of a struggle for you, Aquarius. I know for myself, I found October quite difficult. So it could be that once the eclipse is over, and it should be over more or less now, I think you may have been affected by that difficult, turbulent time. So there's this sense of turbulence and unhappiness here. It also looks like something has caused you some real pain. You may have had a breakup of a relationship. Whatever this is hurtful. Someone may have tricked you, scammed you, betrayed you. Any one of those things. There could be a breakup here. This is emotional pain. So that's, there's no getting around that. When you've been through that, you just need time to recover. And that just leaves you feeling wounded and broken. And I'm sorry for you, Aquarius, because all of us go through pain and hardship at some point in our lives. And when you're going through that, it can feel quite lonely and isolating. And, that could be while you feel ostracized or outcast. That could be the energy here. But here is this card. This is the Queen of Swords. Now, she speaks her truth. So this is speaking your truth, being confident, being assured that better times lie ahead, cutting out the things that are painful or hurtful to you, only using the things that serve your best interests. So, if you've got people around you who are trying to pull you down or who are hurting you, then you need to cut them out of your life, and you need to follow your intuition. You need to use your highest intellect. You need to use your integrity and all of the things, your analytical skills as well. So when you've been portrayed in the heart, using your analytical skills and going into your head is probably the safest place to go, because if you've had a pain in the heart, you can't just jump into the next relationship, or you will jump into another relationship that's not good for you. So withdrawing and going into your head perhaps, and thinking things through and allowing yourself to feel that pain and feeling that sense of being outcast, you do need to have that awareness of how that's affecting you before you can move on. Now, this person here is ready to make a new pot, okay? This is when your cups are no longer serving you and you want to walk away, you want something new. And here is this potter casting a new pot, trying to build some new emotional experiences. But first you need to walk away. You need to put anything that no longer serves you up here on the high shelf, on the shelf of memories. You need to be able to look at what's happened to you properly before you are ready to fill your next cup. Because if you don't look at the experiences you've had and you haven't learnt the lessons from those experiences, because part of the lessons that we learn from our hurts is the kind of people that we allowed into our lives. And sometimes it's out of necessity we allow those people into our lives. They could be your work colleagues. You need to allow them into your lives. Sometimes it's your relatives. But if it's people that we pick up on the way, like friendships, you need to look at how you contributed to the outcome of where you find yourself now, because in some way you may have allowed somebody in that was using you in a way, and that's, without looking at those difficult parts of your emotional experience, it's very hard to move into a more positive cycle, because otherwise you repeat your actions with the next relationship, and we don't want to do that, So I guess it sounds really harsh, but what I'm trying to say is we all need to learn from the things that have hurt us and take away from that ways of protecting ourselves so that we don't fall into those emotional traps again. And sometimes the circumstances just lead you down that path, and sometimes you recognise it, and then you get little warning signs and you go, well, I'm not going there again. And that's when your emotional intelligence keeps growing, because you need to learn from everything that you do. Now here we have some passion and enthusiasm. This is finding your confidence, finding your inner vitality again. So this is, ready to face the world again. So the Queen of Swords does the analytical thinking, and then along comes this Queen of Wands. She makes herself look good. she puts her energy back on you, sort of pick yourself up and dust yourself off and start all over again. But as I said, take the time to reflect and pause and see what it is that's happened around you. Don't just rush into the next relationship. Here you are ready to move on with confidence and enthusiasm. So you do have that card as well, but you've got the Queen. So you do need to think clearly before you move into this next state, because otherwise, if you don't think clearly and you just rush in with passion and enthusiasm, you can blindly run into the same circumstances as you did before. You do need to allow yourself, after you've had this period of emotional pain, for example, you do need a little period of rest and recovery. You need to recuperate. You need to find your strength. You need to just withdraw for a little while and pull back, and don't be too alarmed about needing to just spend time with yourself, to be alone for a little while. Don't be frightened of being alone. You know, there are millions of people on the planet. You're not going to be alone forever. You just need to withdraw for a little while to give yourself that rest and recovery that you may need. And it does look like you've been through quite a difficult time. So, you know, give yourself the space and allow yourself the time to think about what's happened and to process that before you move on. Because here you've got this beautiful energy coming in towards you. So even if you take a few weeks just to pause and be quiet and withdraw into yourself for a little while, you've got this wonderful new energy coming in, probably at the end of October, maybe even at the beginning of November, so where you get this lovely new vitality and a new cycle that you're going to go through. So it does look like that you will leave this difficult period behind. You need to take the lessons on board so that your emotional maturity continues to grow and so that you become a stronger person. And that's what this Queen of Wands, the Queen of Staffs here, she becomes a stronger person. She has more vitality, more enthusiasm, more passion, because she's more certain of herself, and that comes from a period of introspection. Okay, so don't be alarmed. With bad experiences, we need to make something positive from them. Okay, now let's have a look at what we've got here. Okay, exchanging gifts. All right, well, this is what's popped out. So maybe you need to buy yourself a gift, or sometimes buying a present for someone else. Maybe somebody has been standing by you and supporting you during this rough period. Perhaps you can buy them a small gift as a bit of a thank you, to acknowledge their support and to show your gratitude, because exchanging gifts is a wonderful way of letting people know that we care about them and we care about the support that they've given us. So thank you very much for watching, Aquarius. I do hope that you're moving on to your better times soon. Be confident that this is coming. So that's a wonderful, wonderful energy coming towards you. The rough times are over. It looks like by the end of October, you'll be moving beyond these circumstances. Bye for now.